Well, good morning. It's November the 4th, 2024. Now, back in November the 4th, 2014, I was preparing for what was going to change my life and give me eternal happiness. I was going to be marrying Mon. So today is our 10th wedding anniversary, but it's also Mon's birthday. It's a very happy occasion for me and Mon, and I've got some things planned. But there's a little sad note to this story, and I'll share it with you. The couple that were instigated in putting Mon and I together by the name of Graham and Rose. They have now had moved to Thailand about 4 years ago. So Graham had fulfilled his lifelong wish with Rose to relocate to Thailand and spend the rest of his natural days here. Sadly, last week, Graham passed away. We, along with a few family members, are going along to his funeral. As I said, this is a sad time, but as a result of him and Rose putting Mon and I together, it's also going to be a thank you to his life, a thank you to Rose and Graham, and Mon and I are going to show our respects on what would be a very happy day, but wouldn't be a day that we would be able to remember if it hadn't been for Graham and Rose. I suspect I will not video anything that goes on at the funeral, because it's probably a bit insensitive, but if it does come to pass that I am able to, I will. I am led to believe that he will be having a home cremation, and it will be attended by his family and close friends, or Rose's close friends. Thank you very much, and I don't have anything further to say. There you go. All the block work complete on the front wall, and they put a couple of forms up last night before we left on the back wall there to do the concrete between these posts to strengthen it. As you can see, we've got holes in the wall. Hopefully once we've got the driveway in, if there's any surplus water that needs to disappear, it will go straight through them holes or through their pipes and out onto the road and not flood everywhere. Anyway, that's the update so far today, this morning at about 8 o'clock. So they've just arrived on site to start work for the day. I suspect by the end of the day the rest of the forms will be finished, and they may well be starting the block work on this end, and with a view to continue tomorrow the remainder. Then it's render time, so they're well on target. I'm not going to say how many days now. I'm going to see whether they do actually come in within time. We'll see. Anyway, off now. Bye bye. Okay, well, we got to go and order it before we go. Okay, I had a question from John 8082 regarding fertilizer, etc. For the plants. These, you see the concrete pot there? That's manure, soil mixed together, and it's left for a month, and then she moves it around. This is last month's manure and soil, which they mix around, and then they use that to put in the little seed tray cells. This is a batch of fertilizer that my sister-in-law makes up, and it has bananas, mangoes, and also papaya, all chopped up, and she puts molasses in there as well, and she leaves it for 1 month, and then after a month she strains it, and then she brings it along and she sifts it off, and it ends up looking like that in the bottles. She then uses that to fertilize the plants that are 25 days old. So once they've been in the cells for 20 days, they're then put into the beds up here, and that's when she starts using the fertilizer on them to bring them on. So you saw in an earlier episode where the seeds were put into little cells, and then she waits 20 days for them to grow. Then after that she then puts them into these beds here. These have just recently been put in, and this is a combination of soil and the rice husks. So the beds are quite not very strong, so you can't have too much weight. So it's a very light compost. And bless her, she has to cover them over because we've got chickens, and if you don't cover them over, the chickens have a good old chew. So yeah, these are all the different salad leaves, and that's about it really. I hope that's answered your question. If I need to add to this, I'll add in a second. You saw the ones the other day that my wife and Took was pricking out. Well, they're sort of coming alive now. These were done a week or so ago, and they'll be ready in a couple of weeks' time to plant on. So it's a constant turnover and of using the salads. So this is the rice husks and soil, and a little bit of manure as well, all mixed in here, and it's yeah, decomposing. But as you can see, it's quite a light compost. Well, you saw yesterday Uncle 1 and 2 bringing over the scaffold tower so that they could climb up here, because as you can see, they're not the tallest of guys. They put the concrete lintel in through the middle all the way along, and I can see where they've been working today because the cement isn't dry, but they did all that yesterday while we were away yesterday at Graham's funeral, bless him. And this is what they've done today, and it looks like they're aiming to finish the remaining block work today, because they need to put a beam. You can see where the metal stick posts are up there, the rebar, and the rebar there, and then they'll put a concrete beam all the way along the top, and then it's time for render. Or the concrete beam's got to go round all the lower walls as well, and then it will be time for rendering. So yeah, they have been busy boys, haven't they? I'm going to work out tomorrow what day we're on, and I'll let you know. But yeah, they've been working very, very hard. I'm impressed. Looks like one of the uncles is missing again. I wonder whether they're going to leave a gap for him to do the rest tomorrow. I don't think so. Kids are flying a kite. It's quite windy here today. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, they're great fun. Looks like it might rain later. It's cooled down immensely here over the last couple of days. It's now officially going into winter. What we call cool here is warm in the UK. Well, just waiting for my mother-in-law to get herself ready, and then we're off out for the evening, because I was blessed with not only marrying Mon, but I married her twice. The 4th of November was our Buddhist wedding, and the 6th of November was our registry office at local AMPA, where both my in-laws and I was fortunate, both my parents came for the wedding, and we did the paper there. So it's the 6th of November, and it's my second wedding anniversary. So we're going out to something called Suki Tenoi. It's a Suki buffet. So I'll try and video, I will video what it's like. We're going Mum and Tuk, Baifon, Pei, Mon, I and Mod. And I don't know whether her husband Jay will come. I don't know. But we've got to take a load of clothes and suitcases, because Mod's got a job back in Korat, and she'll be back living in the rented room with her husband. So that'll be a trip after I've had a meal. All right then, well, I'll update you later. Hopefully it's going to be a lovely dinner. So they go out all laden up with food, and then they go back to the kitchen empty. So you eat your food, you deliver it to the table in these trays, and then you drop them in the juice. There's a beefy stock there, and then there's quite a spicy stock there. Not the suki that I'm used to. You enjoying it, Mon?
I don't think so. I don't know yet.
Lots of food here. It's all you can eat. You just keep ordering it, and it keeps coming to the table with their little robot type thing. So, good thing is, I haven't had these since I've been here. Chips, French fries with tomato sauce. Oh, that's worth 219 baht. The best. Yeah, lovely. Well, I finished my dinner. Mon made a bit of an error. It's all app based. You order the stuff on app by a line, and then it comes to your table by these little robots. Mon made a little bit of an error, ordered 4 trays of beef. The beef was very thin, but there was a lot of it. So essentially I had finely sliced beef with chips, and everyone's laughing. If we come again, and Mon and I come together alone, we know what the score is, and maybe not so keen on ordering lots of stuff, because the trays are deceiving. They actually look quite small on their picture, but when you order them, they're quite big. And although it's very, very thinly sized, there's still quite a lot of meat on there. It's very fatty as well, especially the beef I have. Anyway, would we come here again? I'm not so sure, but as a gimmick, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. Everybody's of the same opinion. Perhaps they wouldn't come again. They'd rather go to Mugatai, where you've got all you can eat buffet, and it's not just order and it comes to the table. Okay, that's it for this evening. Thank you very much. Speak to you later. Well, good morning. It's just after 8 AM on the 8th of November 2024. We were out yesterday collecting the last few bits and pieces to do with the build of the Great Wall of Dong Quan. They are on the final stretch of this particular wall here, and then they've got to go on to the main wall at the front of the property, and then that's their cement ring beam complete. So then it will be down to just rendering. We are now on day 20, so 5 days, maybe possible. But another exciting thing is, we instructed our builder yesterday. He came, we were late, so it was a bit twilighty, so that it wasn't very good filming. It didn't film very well. He bought like a provisional contract for us to sign, so we give him a little bit of a deposit to just instruct him, because tomorrow they're having a little ceremony on the build site. So today he's coming along to mark out, dig a few holes, stick up a post, although we won't be using it probably in the build. And yeah, tomorrow's the ceremony for the build of the house. 1 month, 2 days from the date we arrived. So we've got all the plans, negotiated a deal, etc, etc. We haven't got a formal plan permission back from the local government, AMPA, but we've been told by the architect and Guy, who's submitting them for us, that it really won't be a problem. So, quite an exciting day ahead. The one of probably many. The guy seems to think it's going to take between 4 and 5 months, but on the contract it specifies today it will specify the time at which he's going to do it and a penalty clause linked to that. We've got 365 days from completion of the property build, or phase 1 as we're calling it, a guarantee that he will come back and sort anything out in the meantime. Stage payments for the build as well at an agreed rate, and yeah, it's all go now. I guess now I'm going to be stuck down here every day, but I don't mind, because we're building the house once only, and we're going to make sure it's right. So I shall now formally say we will be moving to a new what's the word I want to use? New playlist, and it will be the house of Gary and Mon. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep you regularly updated, I'm sure. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to do a daily vlog or whether I'm going to do bi-daily or whatever, but it'll all become apparent once we get on the move. There's Mon, her mum. We call him Uncle, who reads a book, who is like a soothsayer. He decides what day books and books and check what day it's best to start building and start. So he's doing the ceremony to bless the start of the build of the house. The guy on the right is Mim. He's our builder and he's helping. And yeah, this is the beginning. The beginning. And we have to go through all this, and then tomorrow there's going to be a different ceremony as well once they've dug a hole. So that's just to bless the land that we're building our house on. Bye-bye! Drive safely, ride safely! Hey, okay. We're off to swimming, yeah? Swimming!
Okay.
Woohoo! You shy? Come home, you shy? Come on! We go swimming today, and there's Fern as well. Ah. There you go. Here we go, off for a day trip out with the kids swimming. We've travelled about an hour and 76 kilometres to a water park in Chayapum. The kids are all excited, look at them. That's what it's all about, keeping the kids excited. Okay? Kids enjoy themselves. Nothing better. Good evening. I've just been down to have a check up on the boys and girls that are doing the Great Wall of Don Khwang. As you can see, they're sort of getting ready to do the rendering. They're putting this on the corners, the top corners of the strengthening beam they've just done, just to make it look pretty. And they said to me that they will be starting to render tomorrow. Watch this space. I still think they're tight on time for 25 days. It's now 21 days. So let's see, unless they pull something out of the bag. But anyway, they've done quite well, really, considering this size of the scale of the job. I consider they've done very well. Anyway, that's the end of week 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, if you'd like to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, or actually leave a comment or a question. I'll be happy to answer. Until next week, bye bye.